Hello students, welcome back to the class, and today I am starting your new chapter, that is the decline of the Mughal Empire. So in this chapter we are going to discuss the reasons which became the cause of decline of this empire. So in this chapter we are going to discuss the factors, what were the factors which due to which this empire came to an end. So first of all, let's discuss these Mughal rulers. Who were the Mughal rulers because of which this empire came to an end. So these Mughal rulers are categorized into two categories, that is the early Mughal and the later Mughals. And early Mughals were very powerful and later Mughals were very weak and inefficient. Okay? And because of these later Mughals, this powerful dynasty, the Mughal dynasty, came to an end. This dynasty declined because of these 9 later Mughals. And who established the foundation of this empire? Babur was the person who established, who founded this empire. Babur defeated Ibrahim Lodi of Lodi dynasty in the year 1526, and after defeating Ibrahim Lodi, he established his empire known as Mughal Empire. Okay, so he was the founder of the Mughal dynasty. There is a term called Bhajsa. There is a term called Bhajsa through which you can easily remember these early Mughals. Okay, there were 6 early Mughals. B stands for Babur, H for Humayun, A for Akbar, J for Jahangir, S for Shah Jahan, and A for Aurangzeb. And these were the early Mughals and they were very powerful. And here is a list of later Mughals who were very weak and inefficient, because of which the Mughal dynasty came to an end. And these rulers were Bahadur Shah I, Jalandhar Shah, Farooq Siyar, Muhammad Shah, Ahmad Shah, Alamgir II, Shah Alam II, Akbar II, and last one was Bahadur Shah Zafar. So these were the later Mughals. Okay students, now we are going to discuss the reasons of the decline of this empire. After the death of Aurangzeb in the year 1707, the Mughal dynasty started declining. It started downfalling because of its weak and inefficient ruler. All the successors of Aurangzeb were very weak and inefficient, and the period towards which it started downfalling was the beginning of 18th century. Towards the beginning of 18th century, it started downfalling because of weak rulers. And the another cause of downfall of this dynasty was the internal rivalries among the rulers, among the nobles, and due to loose central control, it started downfalling. It came to an end. And because of weak central authority, because of weak central rule, the governor of Bengal, governor of Deccan, and governor of Awadh freed themselves from the central control. These governors freed themselves from the central control. राजा क्या था? वीक था, जिसकी वजह से this empire started disintegrating. Due to a weak central authority, the empire started disintegrating into a number of states, where governor of Bengal, governor of Deccan, and governor of Awadh freed themselves from the central control. And these governors established their own independent states, and in this way this empire came to an end. And this was the time period when European came here and they established their own territories here. Why they came here? They came here for the purpose of trade. When this empire was declining, the period when this empire was declining, during that time period, these Europeans started coming here. They came for the purpose of trade, and they established their territories here. And later on, Britishers also came here for the purpose of trade, and afterwards they started ruling us. Okay, now under the category of later Mughals, we are going to discuss these various later rulers, these 9 rulers of the Mughal dynasty who were very weak and inefficient. The first later Mughal was Bahadur Shah Zafar. Bahadur Shah Zafar was the first later ruler, and he was a successor of Aurangzeb. All the successors of Aurangzeb were very weak and inefficient. After the death of Aurangzeb in the year 1707, the war of succession rose among these 3 people. ठीक है, war of succession rose among these 3 people, Muazzam, Muhammad Azam and Kam Baksh. They were the son of औरंगजेब. ठीक है, ये तीनों क्या थे, किसके बेटे थे, औरंगजेब के बेटे थे, मुआजम, मोहम्मद आजम एंड काम बख्श. They were the son of Aurangzeb. These 3 people were the son of Aurangzeb, and war of succession, राजा बनने के लिए इनके बीच में आपस में क्या होने लगी, लड़ाई होने लगी. सक्सेसर बनने के लिए इनके बीच में लड़ाई होने लगी. And among these who won, Muazzam won. ठीक है, Muazzam won the battle. He defeated his 2 brothers. Muazzam defeated his 2 brothers, Muhammad Azam and Kam Baksh, and after defeating them, he took the title Bahadur Shah Zafar. ठीक है, जो बहादुर शाह जफर था उसका रियल नेम मुआजम था, और रूलर बनने के बाद he took the title Bahadur Shah Zafar. And this Bahadur Shah Zafar, he was weak and he followed the peace making policies. इसने जो policies adopt करी ताकि वो क्या कर सके, रूल कर सके और कोई उसका दुश्मन ना बने, तो for that reason he followed पीस मेकिंग पॉलिसी, और उसने कॉम्प्रोमाइज करने शुरू कर दिए. ठीक है, सच एज these are the पीस मेकिंग पॉलिसीज ऑफ बहादुर शाह जफर. ठीक है, पहला उसने क्या करा, he made peace with the राजपूत. ठीक है, उसने राजपूतों के साथ क्या करना शुरू कर दिया, पीस मेकिंग का काम करना शुरू कर दिया. एंड he released Sahu. Who was Sahu? Sahu was the grandson of Shivaji. इसने साहू को भी रिलीज कर दिया जिसको बंदी बनाया हुआ था. And this Sahu was imprisoned by औरंगजेब. औरंगजेब ने इसको बंदी बनाया था और इसने क्या करा, बहादुर शाह जफर ने उसको रिलीज कर दिया. ठीक है, इसने पीस मेकिंग पॉलिसीज को अडॉप्ट करा, जहां पर इसने पीस मेंटेन करा राजपूत के साथ, राजपूत रूलर्स के साथ. साहू को रिलीज कर दिया एंड ही गेव हाई पोजीशन टू साहू इन हिज नोबिलिटी. साथ ही साथ रिलीज करने के बाद इसको बड़ी पोस्ट भी मतलब प्रेफर करी, बड़ी पोस्ट भी इसको दी. और उसके बाद ही ग्रांटेड सरदेश मुखी टू मराठास. इसके अलावा सरदेश मुखी किसको ग्रांट की, किसको दी, मराठास को. एंड व्हाट वाज सरदेश मुखी? सरदेश मुखी वाज अ काइंड ऑफ टैक्स. इट वाज 1/10 ऑफ द प्रोड्यूस. जो सरदेश मुखी था वो क्या था, 1/10 ऑफ द प्रोड्यूस होता था. एंड इट वाज अ काइंड ऑफ रेवेन्यू, इट वाज अ काइंड ऑफ टैक्स. ठीक है, एंड दिस रूलर बहादुर शाह जफर ग्रांटेड सरदेश मुखी टू मराठास. ठीक है, एक तरीके से टेरिटरी मान सकते हो, इसने किसको दी, मराठास को दी. एंड ही ऑल्सो मेड पीस विद द गुरु गोविंद सिंह एज ही वांटेड टू एस्टैब्लिश गुड रिलेशन विद द सिख रूलर्स. दैट इज व्हाई ही मेड पीस विद गुरु गोविंद सिंह. ये सिख रूलर्स के साथ भी किसी तरीके की लड़ाई झगड़ा नहीं करना चाहता था. ही वांटेड टू establish good relations with the Sikh rulers. That is why he made peace with Guru Gobind Singh. And afterwards he made peace with Chhatrasal and Churaman. ठीक है, and Chhatrasal was the Bundela chief and Churaman was the Jat chief. So he made peace with all these people. He made peace with Rajput. He released Sahu, gave him high position. He made peace with Guru Gobind Singh. He made peace with Chhattarsal and Churaman, and he was given a title, he was given a nickname, that was Shah e Bekhabar. ठीक है, and what do you mean by Shah e Bekhabar? हेडलेस किंग. शाह बेखबर मीन्स हेडलेस किंग, जिसको किसी भी चीज का क्या नहीं था, मतलब एक तरीके से इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं रहती थी. तो बेखबर मतलब जिसको खबर ना होना. ठीक है, तो ही वॉज गिवन अ निक नेम, हिज निक नेम वॉज शाह ए बेखबर, विच मीन्स हेडलेस किंग, एंड ही डाइड इन द ईयर 1712. ठीक है, एंड आफ्टर हिज डेथ civil war broke out into the empire. After the death of Bahadur Shah Zafar, civil war broke out in the empire, and these the successor of Bahadur Shah Zafar started fighting with each other. Okay, and these rulers were very weak. Because of that, the Mughal dynasty came to an end.